90% of video game-based movies are terrible. Even the ones that aren't terrible are usually liked more for nostalgia than for the fact that they're actually good movies. Is Tomb Raider, the new movie based on the popular reboot, the first video game movie to finally break the curse? The answer is coming in just a second, but first I gotta tell you about Ready Player One, the upcoming movie by Steven Spielberg based on my favorite book of all time. And not only will I be doing a review on Ready Player One, but in honor of the film's release, I've got a brand new music video coming for the song I wrote about Ready Player One called Reality, as a part of my Geek Theology series, where I'll be doing a series of 4 short videos about Ready Player One. I'll tell you what it's all about, why you should care, and what we can learn from the book and hopefully the movie. So make sure you subscribe and click that little bell icon so you don't miss it. Now, let's talk Tomb Raider. So in video gaming, the Tomb Raider franchise has been around for a few decades now, and the lead character, Lara Croft, is one of the most famous and recognizable characters in video game history. So a couple of years back, Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix decided to reboot the franchise. So now we've got a brand new Tomb Raider movie that's based almost exactly from that first rebooted game. So let's play good news, bad news. Even though this new Lara Croft, played by Alicia Vikander, seems to be a little bit younger than most versions of Lara Croft we've seen, this movie is actually extremely faithful to the video game in terms of story, events, and even several of the action scenes. Alicia Vikander also plays a believable, relatable, and human Lara Croft with spirit, courage, and real empathy, as well as a smaller but highly athletic body type that she uses well during fight scenes against guys that are twice her size. I gotta be honest, I dug this movie. I liked it. And it's a much more entertaining video game-based movie than the vast majority of other films in the genre. But even if you just ignore the fact that it's based on a video game, just on its own as a movie, it's actually not bad. But now we gotta talk about the bad news. I'm not sure what it is, but for some reason this movie just doesn't look all that great. Maybe it's the cinematography, maybe it's the special effects, but somehow it just doesn't look as high quality as many of today's bigger blockbuster films. The story is also pretty predictable. There's nothing really shocking or surprising going on here at all. Also, even though I liked Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft, in some ways it does feel like she's kind of playing a watered down, almost kind of mini-me version of that character. Though she's definitely athletic and daring, she doesn't always come across as intelligent and as cunning as her namesake. That character, Lara Croft, has this hunger, this thirst for knowledge and exploration, and I feel like a major component of that was lost here, because this is a younger Lara Croft who seems more concerned with finding her dad than in actually raiding tombs or pursuing knowledge. Speaking of which, for a movie called Tomb Raider, there's definitely not a whole lot of tomb raiding. Really just the one towards the end of the movie, and it was definitely kind of meh. Final verdict, Tomb Raider is an entertaining and solid adaptation of the franchise that is light years ahead of most video game movies, but still isn't quite good enough to be groundbreaking or even terribly memorable. As a video game movie, it's pretty good, but as an overall film, it's just kind of okay. I'm gonna give Tomb Raider a 7 out of 10. If you've got $16 to burn, you can go check it out in the theaters. Otherwise, Redbox or Netflix and chill. Is Redbox even still a thing? But wait, there's more. And speaking of Netflix, season 2 of Marvel's Jessica Jones recently came out, with Kristen Ritter reprising her role as Jessica Jones, the alcoholic and antisocial private investigator with unusual strength and durability. And if you like the first season of Jessica Jones, chances are you'll probably dig this one too. This is a show about people who are broken, haunted by trauma and addiction, battling the demons that plague them, and how different people react and cope with those demons. This is not a happy show. This is not a feel-good show. Jessica Jones herself is a pretty unlikable character. She's rude, she's crass, and she treats everybody like crap. And I know that's kind of the point of that character, but you still have kind of a hard time rooting for her. The good news is, in this season, we dig deeper into just how she got her powers, and how she got to be the way that she is. And without giving away any spoilers, the eventual villain in this show, and the conflict that character raises for Jessica, is summed up perfectly in a line from the first couple of episodes. With great power comes great mental illness. In the end, this show more than anything gave me an empathy for people who struggle with addiction, depression, and the scars of emotional trauma, which I guess was the point, so mission accomplished? Basically, if you like gritty, depressing shows with deeply flawed characters, this show is for you. But if you just want something lighthearted to fall asleep to, there's way better stuff on Netflix to watch. So I'll just throw that out there and leave it up to you. Thanks a ton for watching. If you like this video, I post new content every single weekend, so don't forget to subscribe. And check back here in a couple of weeks for my movie review of Ready Player One and my Geek Theology series about the book. Thanks again, I'm Gary Mitchell, and we will see you next time. Stay cool, stay blessed, stay in touch. Wakanda forever.